Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream, or Keith Condensed. I guess it depends on what time you're seeing this. This is actually a video that was filmed during the live stream, so if you want to catch it raw, unedited, and fully cool, no, not fully cool, feel free to check my live stream out. I do it 6 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday are in the morning around the open, and then Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday are at night, usually around like 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Also on Friday night, there's a special stream. I partner up with a few other YouTubers, specifically one of them, his name is Gestures, and we run a live stream where we play Fortnite. For me, it's a different change, different kind of vibe for the channel, which is more relaxed and does not cover investing. It's just kind of one of those fun things for me, at least, and that's the way that I try to keep my channels as real as it gets. But today I wanted to get into PayPal versus Square, and this was sparked from a comment that I had seen floating around on Facebook. Somebody had said, "I'm buying Square because PayPal just had to spend $2 billion to keep up with Square." And to him, I say, Square and PayPal, I don't even think, yeah, PayPal might be a little bit concerned with the way that Square is, but PayPal is a way bigger company than Square. They have so much more income and revenue generated than Square does. And actually, what I have pulled up behind me, or on the actual screen right now, is Square's financial statement, Square's income statement versus PayPal's income statement. So Square is going to be on the, I believe that is the left of the screen. It's going to be on that side of the screen, and PayPal's going to be right behind where I am. So just looking at a few different things real quick to touch on. First of all, gross profit. You got a company that generates $800 million, which would be from Square, and then you got a company that generates $13 billion. So Square doesn't even generate 1/10 of the money in gross profit that PayPal does. So then let's go ahead and move one step further to see if they even make money by opening and closing their doors and staying in business. Well, according to their operating income, it looks like Square has been operating at a net loss, or at a loss, for the last 3 years. This past year taking a negative $54 million in the hole. Now turning our attention over to PayPal, they generate $2 billion from opening and closing their doors by operating as a business. So you tell me, you sit there and tell me, "Coach, I want to invest in a company. Either I can invest in a company that loses money every single day by opening up their doors, or I can invest into a company that makes money, a substantially more amount of money, by opening and closing those doors every single day. So you tell me which one would be the better investment." Right there, he just said they financed $2 billion. Yeah, they got $2 billion in operating income. They could literally go buy another company. I mean, actually, if you scroll down to the net profit, the net income, you're looking at a company that generates negative $62 million compared to a company that generates $1.7 billion. They could take out a loan for the next 2 years and go buy another company for $2 billion. They still make money by staying in business. They don't have to sell stock. They don't have to take out loans to stay in business. Their business is sustainable in and of itself. Going over to the balance sheet real quick. This is just going to show you their assets on hand. Right now, Square has $2 billion in assets, where PayPal has over $40 billion in assets. So these two companies, yeah, might operate in the same space, but to say that one company's utilizing a 1/20th of their assets to go buy another company, compared to a company that literally is only worth $2 billion according to their total assets, doesn't make any money either. So PayPal would be buying a company that doesn't make them any money. They would be losing money on their operating income. You tell me, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll go ahead and check out their cash flow. Here's a company that generates $100 million from cash flow from operating activities, and here's a company that generates $2.5 billion actually. And it looks like actually PayPal's been buying their stock back compared to where hey, you know what? Square's been selling it off. Why? Because Square's got to cover that operating income. They got to cover their expenses every single day because they don't make money enough to stay in operating. They don't profit because they open and close their doors. By staying in business, they don't make money. So they have to make money from other places, less sustainable ways, which would be selling stock, and then secondly, taking out loans. You look at this company, they took $300 million out in loans compared to this company that took, I would say, about just a little bit above half that. But the company in and of itself is a company that's about 10 to 12 times bigger, and they're not taking out as much debt because why? They don't need to. Anyways, so those are my thoughts on Square versus PayPal. I don't have a favorite, and I'm not currently invested into either, but I just wanted to show what the actual financial statements can tell you when looking at two companies comparatively in operating in, I would say, a very similar space. So that's why I always encourage you guys to do your own research. Look at the financial statements. They really are the lifeline of the company, and then from there move on into reading their 10K, figure out where their company's headed, figure out what their company does that is really well. Get to really know the company before you invest into a company long term. Anyways, guys, it has been real. Look forward to seeing you on another episode, or hope that you can join me on the live stream. I actually, it's a little kind of secret not many people know about, but I give away half an ounce of silver every single Saturday night. You do have to collect these things called K coins, and you can only get those from being on the live stream. So feel free to join me on the live stream to figure all that out. Anyways, it has been real. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.